from the coptic text of the Pistis Sophia. Now Mary continues her acknowledgement of Christ's work of disabling the powers of the fallen Archons, both in the heavens and in the earth. And from those who will foretell to the peoples of the earth all things which will transpire, so that from now on they will not be able to foretell anything at all which shall occur. For you have altered their spheres, and that they spend 6 months turned to the left, fulfilling their influences, and 6 months turned to the right, fulfilling their influences. Concerning this word, my Lord, the power which is in Isaiah chapter 19, the prophet, spoke to us previously using a spiritual parable, speaking about the vision of Egypt. Where now, O Egypt, where are thy consultants and horoscope casters, that those who cry out from the earth and those who cry out from their belly, let them announce to you from now on the death which the Lord Sabaoth, Lord of hosts, will do. Before you came into the world, the power which was in Isaiah the prophet declared that you would remove the power of the Archons of the Aeons and would change their sphere and their harmony. Not harmony, it's harmony. So that from this time on they might know nothing. But for this reason it also declared, you will not know what the Lord Sabaoth will do, which means that none of the Archons will know what you will do from this time on. For they represent Egypt, the physical form, because they are matter. That's in the text. This is the commentary. Egypt has always been regarded as a place for the initiation of the physical body. Egypt also represents the life and death cycles of the earthly bodies. It is true that Jesus went to Egypt to be raised as a child, and that Moses lived in Egypt as a child, but both came out of Egypt and into the promised land. The real significance of Egypt is not to be found in the horoscope casters of the lower cosmology, but in its role in the Exodus, and its ultimately in the transformation of Egypt, the earthly realm, into the realm of light, and the transformation of the body of humanity into the Sphinx vehicle that is no longer bound to the earth, but can cross our solar spectrum, the Red Sea, as it were, into the stars. Thus, the Messiah will be understood at the time of the unlocking of the time of the mystery of the Sphinx, Genesis 49, at the opening of the space-time gates for the heavenly ascent of the Adamic race, the people of light, acknowledged as the Numenat Ikoi, the Numenatekoi, not the Anukai, but Numenakitoi, will witness the appearance of the Lord of hosts, Adonai Sabaoth, at the time when matter will be transformed into light. Text. The power was in Isaiah prophesied about you before this time, saying, you will not know from this time on what the Lord Sabaoth will do. It is because of the light power which you receive from the Sabaoth, the good, who is in the region of the light, which is in your material body today. My Lord Jesus, you have said unto us, he who has ears, let them hear, so that you may know whose heart is turned to be the kingdom ready. The fallen hierarchy does not give up easily, and before the final return of the hierarchy of the Father with Christ and Michael, that with the true Elohim Ha-Elohim of the higher worlds, these Archons and associates, many of which are recorded in ancient scriptures as fallen angels, will reappear upon this planet in a final attempt to maintain their power and control. But even in their attempt to influence us, Christ is remaining with us, and there is a strategy of light through which the teachers of light can generate a space-time overlap which allows the sons of light, Benai, or also to make their appearance known and felt. It is this time of struggle and confusion, and we are on the verge of fulfillment of what the early scriptures of the Coptics and the Essenes of Qumran and the prophets of the great tradition of the Torah or have promised throughout the ages. That is, the system of false powers will be removed and the scriptures will be fulfilled. And the negative Archons and Nephilim are finally cast down to be judged, recycled, and will be raised up at some point. And those levels of intelligence all around us will advance several levels into the next evolutionary step in the father house of many mansions. The sun's traverse through the signs of the moon. And if we have protected our garment and have worked to incorporate the divine Seneca glory, the power of the Great Mother, of course, this will incur good things. Wherefore, we see this as an internal or external struggle. We are being prepared for the glory and the work with the Lords of Light, to cast out demons, to raise the dead, to judge the fallen angels, Corinthians 6:2 and 3, to talk to the angels of light, to teach the children to be prepared for the coming of the Father's glory. Although no one knows the exact hour, we are called to being prepared. We have known this since the 23rd of December 2012. This is the reenactment of the long count and the coming of the new age. What greater privilege could we have? This, then, is the beginning of the common ascension and restoration. This is the beginning of the Ari Shemot, the language of the Exodus, to create the ladder of Jacob Shenika, whereby we can climb up the dimensions of energy and share the Sophia Christou in the Father's house of many mansions, with the blessings of the Dodi Li Heb, the beloved bride, given for the unity of liberating souls, sharing in work and exaltation.